One of the funnest keto foods we like to grab when we're out and about are the protein puffs.
All the different kinds, the cereal ones, the little balls, cheese balls, the different ones you can buy in Whole Foods and in stores like Sprouts. Absolutely love them, but there is a major problem with them. Number one, they tend to be very expensive, and number two, a lot of times they don't have the greatest ingredients. Well, today we have a solution for that.
Hey, what's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are
Two Crazy Ketos. And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like product reviews and we do recipe videos. We talk about various keto topics. And every Monday, we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and X.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way, every single time we come up with a recipe you can use as a protein puff or a cereal, Joe, you'll be alerted to it.
So we have always loved the different protein snacks, and a long time ago, we used to, on a regular basis, get the ones that they changed their name. They were like the cereal school,
right,
and the backyard schoolyard snacks. We really loved them, and then they began changing the ingredients, so we stopped utilizing them. And I've always looked for how can you do them on your own, and I couldn't figure it out. I know that they're using some type of powdered protein, but a lot of times they're adding oils and different things like that. And today, we're gonna show you our solution for it. Now, it's definitely not the exact replica, but it gives you the same mouthfeel, the same texture, and you can make it in a lot of different flavors. Are you ready?
So ready.
Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a take on Maria Emmerich's egg white bread because we are gonna use egg whites. So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some egg white powder. I'll leave a link for one down below. This is the one that we bought. We've had all the different brands. What you want is one that is just egg whites.
I know, it's funny because this one looks like, oh, there's gotta be so much more in it because it looks like a protein powder, but it's just egg whites.
Yeah, don't get the ones with sunflower lecithin and all of those other ingredients. Just get powdered egg whites. Whatever you're using for your egg white bread, that should work. From there, you're going to need a half a cup of liquid egg whites. Now you could probably do this by making your own liquid egg whites out of the egg white powder, but that's too much work for me. And also it costs more money than me just grabbing egg whites from the girls in the backyard. Next thing you're gonna need is some cream of tartar.
Tartar.
And then this one is kind of optional, but what you're gonna need is a little bit of liquid sweetener. You don't have to have it, but it definitely increases the flavor as well as really enhances the flavors of whatever you're using, because the secret ingredient to this one and what spawned this is this secret ingredient, because growing up, I loved like Trix and Fruity Pebbles and things like that. Actually, not growing up, like when I got to college, because that's when I was allowed to eat it, when I was on my own, right? That's why I became fat. But Keto Chow actually released a brand new flavor today. The day that you are seeing this video, if you are seeing it on launch day, they have a brand new flavor. Now, this is a limited edition flavor, and we tend to not want to make a recipe for a limited edition flavor because it's a limited edition flavor.
But this is a recipe that you can utilize with any of the Keto Chow milk protein flavors.
Yes, so you're gonna ask, I'm sure down in the comments, somebody's gonna ask, can you use Keto Chow Core? We haven't tried. It probably won't work because one of the things that you will find is the ingredients in all of those different protein puffs is some type of like dry milk or something like that. That's why the Keto Chow works so well with this, using the milk protein isolate Keto Chows. And so the flavor, are you ready? Can I have a drum roll? The flavor is fruity cereal.
It actually matches my nails.
It does.
This is so springtime. I'm really glad that this is coming out when it's coming out because it feels fun, right? Like it feels very Eastery and beautiful. And this is really hot right now. If you go to any of the fancy foodie restaurants, they're all making some sort of a milkshake with like the leftover like residual cereal milk.
Yeah. So like we said, we're going to use fruity cereal in this recipe. It's kind of what spawned us to want to make it as like a cereal.
Yes.
But you can use any one of the milk protein-based isolate flavors. So you can use strawberry and cream. You can use vanilla cream. You can use blueberry.
Chicken.
Strawberry is amazing. And
Yes.
yes, the chicken, you can use the chicken soup and then put some seasoning and dust it on the outside.
Oyster crackers.
And have a savory snack. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Absolutely would make a great oyster cracker.
You could make like some type of a soup if they bring back some of Steve's flavors, like the creamy potato or the cream of mushroom,
There
and
you
then
go.
have oyster crackers to put inside a clam chowder.
Amazing.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
You're welcome.
But so you can use any one of the fruity cereals. Are you ready to make this?
Let's do it.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we gotta use our KitchenAid. Rather than bringing the KitchenAid over here, we're gonna bring you over there. So we did forget to say that this recipe is super easy to make.
How easy is it?
It is so easy, even Rachel can make it.
I don't know, Joe. I get a little bit intimidated when it comes to making the PSMF bread.
That's okay. This is super, super easy. So are you ready?
I'm gonna try.
So we have our stand mixer there. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to add in a half a cup of your powdered egg whites. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna add in a half a cup of liquid egg whites. You're gonna put in a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. And then 2 tablespoons of water. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and turn on the stand mixer, put it on low. Some people like to mix it ahead of time, but we don't have a lot in there, so it shouldn't puff up.
Okay.
Put it on the first setting. Let it start mixing. And then we're gonna turn it all the way up and we're going to beat it until it's nice and fluffy like a meringue.
Okay, now that we have this thing mixing, didn't we forget the allulose, Joe?
No, we did not. Yes, Maria Emmerich uses allulose when she makes it because that's like what makes it brown. However, we found that if you use allulose, it browns too much and it doesn't taste as good. So this is what they look like without allulose. If you want to add a little bit of allulose, you can, but I wouldn't go more than maybe a quarter of a tablespoon. If you want to add in a granular sweetener, I would advise using like a powdered erythritol instead.
Okay, how long are we gonna let this go, Joe?
So we're going to let it go until they get nice and fluffy. Now, one thing I do want to say is that a lot of times they say if you do it too much, you'll get a styrofoam kind of effect. We're actually looking for that effect. Okay, that looks like it's good, so you can go ahead and turn it off. Okay, so now what we're gonna do before you put that in, we're gonna put a little bit of sweetener in there. Now, what I found is the more sweetener you add, the more the flavor of the keto chow comes out. So if you don't have any sweetener at all, you'll get a hint of the keto chow flavor, but if you add a little bit of sweetener, you actually, for some reason, get more flavor out of it.
More bang.
So that is your bigger thing. I'm going to say put about 8 to 10 drops out of that big thing because those drops are going to be bigger than what you use for your coffee.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now what you want to do is add in your keto chow.
This smells so much like fruity cereal. It is crazy.
Now again, sometimes people will use a spatula. I don't mind a little bit of dust flying up. We're just going to clean it anyway. Or actually, Caleb will clean it. Go ahead and turn it on low to let it mix. And then once it gets incorporated the way it is there, you can turn it up high. And we're going to just go until it's completely mixed. Yeah. And that should be good. So one thing I did forget to show you that you're going to need is you're going to need a pastry bag and a tip, or you could also use just like a Ziploc bag and then cut off the tip. So we have this pastry set. I'll leave a link. I got this on Amazon. It was like dirt cheap. It comes with a bunch of silicone bags.
Which is nice.
And some disposable ones, and then a whole assortment of tips. I actually have the tip that I'm going to use right here. So this one is nice because with this kit, it actually has these little couplers if you were going to change tips constantly, but we're not going to bother with that because we're not going to change our tips constantly. So you're going to take your little like decorating tip, put it all the way in the bottom until it sticks out. Just like that.
Nice.
Okay, then you've got the right idea. You're going to fold that down. Now, what you're going to do is you can actually fold it down even more. We'll fill it up and then just keep raising it up. You don't have to fold it down. However, it makes it easier to fill and less messy. So we're just going to use a spoon and spoon some of this in here. Now, if you have a smaller pastry bag, and like you are gonna have to do multiple bouts of this, maybe you're making like a double batch, what you wanna do is keep this protein mixture in the refrigerator in between. Because if you're at room temperature, it will like start to soften up. So what you can do is just start raising the bag up as we fill it up. So I'll hold it here and you just raise it up a little bit.
Now I'm gonna say right now, I wanna eat everything inside of this piping bag. It tastes good right now, right where we're at. I'm doing Joe a favor, allowing him to cook this because it is delicious.
You know, I'm about to get a comment on this video that I'm taking this spoon and I put it in your mouth and now I'm putting it back in here.
But we're gonna eat it.
We're the only ones that are gonna eat it.
We will not come to your house and force you to use our spoon, promise. The other thing that I absolutely love about this is before even cooking it, you can make these little dollops onto a piece of parchment paper and put it into the freezer. It never freezes all the way. It stays in like a chewy cookie dough consistency, which is flippin' amazing.
Yeah, we'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so now that you've got that, we can kind of go up like that. I will push this down and you can go rinse your hands. One thing is egg whites are very sticky. So you'll probably have to wash your hands. And we're just gonna go ahead and push this down and get ready. Okay, here you go. So what you wanna do is twist the top a couple times so it doesn't come out.
It's like a
And then you're just going to squeeze little dollops. The smaller the dollop, the crunchier they're gonna be. You wanna go straight up and down.
Okay. Clearly, I am not
Just like
the
that.
chef in this family.
You can put them nice and close together because they are not going to spread or anything.
Okay, Joe has taken over now because he's way faster at this. However, I want you to see, we're on the same piping bag and look how many of these guys this is making. It's just absolutely incredible. So people like to stretch their keto chow. One scoop, one packet of keto chow is making basically a box of cereal, a box of these protein puffs. It's just absolutely incredible how much you get out of a serving. And yeah, you can bake them right up on top of each other because, thank you, keto, these baked goods don't spread at all. So they're gonna stay the exact same size.
So like Rachel said, you get a lot of them out of a single bag.
We're talking about 450 dots here.
Not only that, if you really wanted to, you could actually squeeze a lot more out of here, but I figure you want to lick the bowl. So you do get a lot out of here. There's definitely more in this than you would get in a box of like the cereal school cereals.
Oh, definitely.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put these in an oven. You're gonna put them in the oven at 350 degrees. It's gonna be roughly 10 minutes, but you need to watch them.
Watch it.
Because they will very quickly go from being completely done to overdone. You're looking for them to get like that golden brown color like we showed you earlier. Now, if you undercook it, it will be soft inside, which isn't a bad thing. It actually
bad.
has more flavor. But what we're looking for is a crunch all the way through. So what you're gonna do is put them in there 10 minutes, probably around 7 minutes, 6 minutes. You wanna check it. You may wanna flip it around because it really comes down to how good is your oven. We're also gonna take these 2 extra trays and we're gonna put these into the Innova oven, which would be the same as a convection oven. People are gonna ask exactly how long. Everybody's oven is different. When I've done test runs in the Innova oven, they've taken like 5 minutes, whereas our standard oven took like 10 to 12 minutes.
Now we did also try to cook these in the air fryer, but they're so tiny and light that they kind of
fly around. Okay, so these are the frozen raw puffs that Rachel was talking about. And it's very, very interesting.
They're chewy, like cookie dough.
Like a cookie dough or almost like a taffy. Mm-hmm. But they have been in the freezer for more than 24 hours and they never completely freeze.
Yeah, they don't like get that hard solid. It's more like, it really is like a cookie dough to me.
So save the rest of those because I have an idea for them. So just put them off to the side.
All right.
While we're waiting for those to cook, let's go ahead and sample the fruity cereal.
Yes.
When you drink it as it's intended.
Because you could just drink it as a keto chow.
So this is the fruity cereal, and we made it with 4 tablespoons of melted butter.
This is gonna be one, because we've been doing this cereal recipe so much, this is gonna be one that I would really recommend use with butter, because you're gonna want that flavor to really come out.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, when it comes to keto chow, heavy cream will make it thicker, but butter will enhance the flavor. The heavy cream tends to mute the flavor a little bit. Now, I have not tried this at all as a shake.
Me
We've
neither.
had the box here, lots going on, so this is the first time we're going to make it as a shake.
That is really delicious.
It's like drinking the milk after you ate a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
It is absolutely like drinking the milk after a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Like, how freaking cool is that? That is really cool. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna wanna do is make this cereal, like buy 2 packets, make this cereal and then have some of this on hand to be like, float some of those on top of it. Oh,
Well,
like,
I have an idea.
really good.
Guess what else I made?
Did you make a creamy?
We have a creamy. Let's go ahead and get that creamy blended up.
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ready? Let's taste this.
I'm always ready for ice cream.
Dink.
Dink. I was like, woo.
Oh my gosh.
Mmm. Wow.
The flavor in that one comes through more than any other creamy we've ever had with keto chow.
It's really, really good because I taste all of the little bursts of cereal fruit. You know what I'm talking about. Cereal fruit is not actual fruit, but it's like that cereal flavor. Like, I can taste red and purple and green right now.
Okay, I have an idea. Okay, you ready for this brilliant idea?
Okay.
Now, by the way, this creamy is made with 4 tablespoons of melted butter. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put some of the cereal
Down in it.
and we're gonna put your little frozen droplets in there. It's gonna be almost like a marshmallow.
Yes.
And then what we're gonna do
I love this idea.
is we're gonna do this as a mix-in. Oh,
That
it looks like a
good.
blizzard.
It really does.
Ready?
All right, dink it. Dink. Mmm.
It's like having a blizzard.
It's like having the waffle cone inside of the ice cream.
Yeah.
That's really what it's like. It's like having ice cream cone all through it.
I don't know what happened to the little marshmallow pieces, but
It's in there. Wow.
they're good.
That is dang good. Mmm. Dink.
I know what I'm eating for dinner tonight.
Right.
Okay, let's go ahead and get the actual cereal out of the oven. Okay, everything is all done. This one I kind of tilted a little bit as I was carrying it, but they're all on there.
Not all of them. I ate a couple.
So these are from the traditional oven. Took about 12 minutes.
Okay.
And these are absolutely perfect. I mean, the original batch that we showed you, probably a little bit more cooked than I want them. You can see with these, again, the real check is, are they crunchy all the way through? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Dink.
Dink.
crunch.
All the way
all the
through.
way through. These are out of the Innova oven, which would be equal to if you had a convection oven or if you had, you know, an air fryer that is in the shape of, you know, a countertop oven, like a toaster oven. This was on the bottom shelf. This was on the top shelf. And you can see the top shelf ones are just a little bit browner.
These are ones that this is a recipe you're going to have to watch. But the good news is it's not long. It doesn't take long to cook.
No. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put them all on one tray for now.
Yes.
And then we have an idea.
What blows my mind is you're looking at a single keto chow.
Right.
Right? I mean, you're making tons of it, and it's a single keto chow. This is
So-
a box of cereal.
Here's what we want to do. We're going to put some of these in here.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And then we don't usually drink almond milk, but
Perfect for this recipe.
we wanted to see, do they stay crunchy?
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to put this off to the side, and I want to show you something else that I did. When I was doing a test batch, when you were getting your nails done, I had a little bit extra. So I took one of these mini cupcake molds and I filled them up.
Oh, nice.
And when you do it that way, don't touch that. Go ahead and bite into that, because with these, the inside are going to be soft.
Softer. Are these cream puffs?
And
These are little cream puffs.
what I did was I made cream puffs.
Oh my gosh, with whipped cream in the middle?
Mm-hmm. Ready?
Dink.
There you go.
And that's these are the mini ones.
Yeah, so you just did your mini mold, and I filled them up.
And just cut it in half. Mm-hmm. Wow. You could use the bigger silicone ones too.
Yeah.
Like the bun size.
Yeah. You want to know about the nutrition? Because this is the best part of this.
Okay.
We don't normally do nutrition on videos because it's different for everybody. You know,
How many exactly?
how many you get, what ingredients you use. If you don't use the exact ingredients we're using, it's going to change. But considering we're looking at keto chow and egg whites, that's pretty much what's in this.
Okay.
The nutrition shouldn't change. And we're just going to go over the entire batch. Like if you ate all of this in a sitting.
Okay.
You ready? Mm-hmm. 352 calories.
What? Wow. That's
there's-
crazy
there's
right
no
there.
fat.
There is no fat.
So
Okay.
you could take some almond milk or some water and then mix it with a little bit of heavy cream to make a cereal, and then you're going to have some fat from that heavy cream.
Or what you could do is make this like your own, because this acts as popcorn also, as like keto popcorn. So if you mixed it with even some nuts, this could make like a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, because again, we added no fat. So
Right.
352 calories in the entire thing. It's 1.2 grams of fat.
Are you serious right now?
Ready? 73.6 grams of protein.
People are always wanting to get their protein in and having trouble. I think that this was going to make it a really great way to get your protein in.
And it is 8.3 total carbs.
Because there's carbs in eggs.
Well, 3.3 grams of fiber from the keto chow. So if you look at the nutrition on this, the total carbs on this is 4 grams, and then it's 3 grams of dietary fiber.
Wow.
Now, the one that I used in this recipe to make the nutrition, I used strawberry cream.
Okay.
Because at the time that we're recording, this is not currently in Chronometer because it's not released yet.
Brand new.
So every flavor of keto chow will change it slightly because every
Strawberry
flavor
cream was really good.
is slightly different in carbs. Some of them are 3, some of them are 4. If you use the older versions, they may be more total carbs because there was more fiber in them, but they all have roughly the same net carbs. And this one here is 0.75 net carbs. Again, an acacia fiber, gum acacia, that's a healthy fiber that your body is utilizing. And so, yeah, 8.3 total carbs. The rest of the carbs are coming from the eggs. So eggs do have carbs. The powdered egg whites has 2 carbs per quarter cup.
Okay.
So that is 4 carbs right there. So again, you got
That's
8 minus 3 minus 4.
amazing.
So you're looking at
Amazing.
like 1 net carb.
Wow.
I guess If you don't want to deduct the eggs, you're looking at like 4 net carbs. But
I'm
still.
fine with total carbs.
Yeah,
This is
8.3 total
amazing.
carbs if you eat these all.
Show me a box of cereal, even keto cereal on the market where the box is 8 total carbs.
Okay.
Not a serving, the box.
Let's check this out because it's been sitting in here for a little while.
Okay. Is it crunchy at all? The fact that it's still the same shape is amazing. Wow. Mm-hmm. It's holding its own. Wow.
What it's reminding me of, it shows you how old I am.
That is good.
I think it was made by Kellogg's, the Corn Pops, the one that the logo, the mascot was a frog. Mm-hmm. Is that what it was?
No, that was Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks. Okay. The one that the Corn Pops.
Corn Pops.
So if you remember the Corn Pops, you'd put them in
my
water
gosh.
and they would get a little soft but hold their shape. That's what
Wow.
it's reminding me of. Now, if you put the ones that are cooked more in there, it's gonna like not break down nearly as fast.
Dang, that's good. That's really good. So again, you can use it as a protein puff. You can add like seasoning to it if you use any of the
Creamy chicken.
like creamy chickens ones like that. And you want to like when you're done, when it's still hot, I might douse it with some Redmond seasoned salt or something like that, and then just put it right on top of a salad. It makes a fantastic crouton. I mean, it's just a very, very versatile recipe you're going to enjoy before you cook it, if you put it in the freezer, and certainly if you cook it.
So now again, a couple little things. Number one, we tried this with Keto Chow. It will also work with a flat out whey protein. I tried it with the pea protein, doesn't work.
Okay.
And I did not try it with the beef protein, but I'm going to think that it won't work. I will tell you with the whey protein, you get a different texture.
Right.
So it's a little bit crunchier with the whey protein. And I think that the reason that it works so well with Keto Chow is because Keto Chow is a milk protein isolate. So it's got both the casein as well as the whey in there.
So
but that
good.
is going to be our recipe video. We're going to leave a link for the recipe down below, as well as a link for Keto Chow. Now, if you use that link down below for Keto Chow, it does benefit the channel, which we greatly appreciate. We are brand ambassadors for Keto Chow. But more importantly, that link is going to give you 10% off your entire order. My understanding from talking to Chris Bear is they did not order a lot of this flavor, which like shame on them. Because
Shame on you.
this flavor is going to rank up towards the top for me.
It's really, really good.
And we didn't get a lot, so we will be placing an order for it.
Absolutely.
I'd like to have some before we leave for Indiana where we can bring it with us, but I don't think we'd get it in time. But I don't know. Keto Chow's got amazing shipping, so we can order them on Wednesday. We might just get it back before we leave for Indiana. If you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over here. Also, make sure you check out the most recent video that I'm going to put right over there.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we make something delicious, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.